The Balloons Over Waikato event for 2025 was absolutely amazing. Being up close and personal, it was just lovely to be part of that. I even got to operate burners during night glow, and that was like so cool. When my burners were burning, the faces were looking at me and they were glowing. It was just so lovely to think, hey, I'm part of this. Yeah, I loved it. My name is Mike Balemi and I own a business, and through that I became a provider of services to the McKee family, who own a business called Balloon Brand Marketing Limited. And it just so happened that while I was working with them, I asked them, do you yourself own balloons as well? And they said, yeah, you want a crew? Yeah, righto. So that's pretty much how it started.
I read a magazine article in a House and Garden magazine, and I was going on a trip to Australia. So as I arrived at the hotel, I booked a balloon flight and I went for a flight out the back of Sydney, and I enjoyed it so much. And there was Canberra Balloon Festival, and I rented a car and went to the Canberra Balloon Festival. I just absolutely fell in love with ballooning and came back to New Zealand, and from that developed into a company that we flew for just on 32 years.
A few weeks ago I got my first lesson in crewing, but it also meant that I had my first flight as well, which was absolutely fantastic. It was a very exciting day. Before I knew it was over, but gosh, what a rush. A rush of just, I don't know, just beauty. If I have an opportunity to pilot as well, I would love to do it. It scares me. I've started to have balloon dreams already. Some of them are scary, you know, some of them involve power lines and railway tracks, but some of them just involve just the serenity that's up there. It's even more beautiful from above, you know.
We took part in Albuquerque 2000 and we were one of 1,000 balloons. And through ballooning we have met the most amazing people. We've made some really lovely friends. We've flown Australia, we've flown Fiji. We used to do we've done several balloon events in Fiji and flown all over the southwest of America. As far as I'm aware, I was the first New Zealand woman pilot, but I love it. When you're flying, it's just the most amazing feeling, and then you turn the burners off and all you get is tick, 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 and silence, and it's just amazing.
I'm amazed at how they work out where they think the balloon's going to go, because that changes, and there are U-turns, and some of them are scary. And, because the wind changes. If they change altitude, the direction changes. So we've got no control down on the ground as to what the pilot's going to do or what the weather's going to do. So it's just like, just follow. and so there's a lot out of your control. My take on it is the pilot will land when the pilot lands and where he lands. We don't get to determine that. We just have to make sure we're there as soon as we can be. And you know, there's a lot of guesswork in that. You get to know Hamilton really well in the Waikato. It's kind of exciting, but at the same time, there's a lot of, let's think about this, you know. Yeah, there's a bit of both really. Daryl was up there longer than we thought he was going to be up there, so there were concerns about, you know, gas. Also, the wind was doing funny things. It wasn't going in a set direction. We got a sense that Daryl was over an area where he was struggling to find a place to land. So that came with its stresses. We finally got word from Daryl that he was aiming for a baseball pitch. So we figured out, oh, this will be it. And we got to it, and sure enough, there he was. And the relief was immense. It's exciting finding the balloon. Very exciting, very satisfying. There is always a certain amount of surrender. Otherwise, nothing gets done, nothing happens. You are saying, right, I'm up here now. Weather gods, do what you do. We'll just work with what you're going to throw at us. And, you know, that's scary, but it's exciting because we don't know what treats are in store for us. Yeah.